Hey guys, what's up? I'm Mandy. Welcome to my channel. This is my part 2 of having an online job as an English teacher. I realize I never mentioned that on my YouTube for part 1. I only have it in my previous IGTV video. I am an online teacher for students in China, and it has been the best job I could have ever asked for as a traveler. I did want to go over some of the cons. To me, they are not real cons. I see them as so insignificant when it comes to all the pros that this job has to offer, but I really do want you guys to know everything if you guys did want to have this job yourself. So if you have any other questions, please like, subscribe, comment below anything that you have to ask, including the company that I work for. I did mention in the last video I am keeping the privacy for myself with the company, but I will be more than happy to give you guys my referral code if you guys wanted to work for the same company as well, because I have nothing to say but good experiences. So the first con would be you do have to pay your own taxes. So to me, I don't mind this as much. You just have to make sure you take out a certain percentage from your check every month and then put it to the side, and then when it comes time to pay your taxes, you'll already have the taxes there. This would also be good for people that, let's say they needed a little extra help and they wanted some extra cash to help them out. Just make sure that you can make up for it for your next check. But that is the con number one. A lot of people don't like to see the money. They get scared that they're going to spend it all, and I completely understand that, but it does help you take the responsibility into your own hands, and if you needed a little extra help, you will have a little extra money before you do have to pay all those taxes. So what you do is you go by the area that you'll have your permanent residency. Mine is actually in Jersey. I am going to keep continuing to move, but I am a resident of New Jersey, technically, so that is where I would have to look up what is the percentage that Jersey takes out for taxes, and then that's what I would go ahead and pay. Con number 2, you do have to be super patient. To me, this isn't a real con, but the children can be a pro and con in itself. I work with a lot of special educational needs students as well, because I do have background in this, so I do have that in my profile, and I do get children with special needs, which to me I absolutely love. But you have to realize that not every class is going to be perfect, and this goes for any student. It doesn't matter what level they're at. Sometimes a student just does not want to be taught, but you have to realize they are tired. These are sometimes 5-year-old students. I teach between 5 and 13-year-old students. They work all the way up to 9:30 at night. I don't blame them for being exhausted. You don't know what other extracurricular activities they have throughout the day. They worked all day during the school day. And at that age, you are tired, especially a 5-year-old, a 6-year-old. They are exhausted. Do you really think that this is what they want to be doing at 9:30 at night? Probably not. So you just have to make it as fun as you can for them. In my personal experience, I have had way more good classes than I have had harder classes. I've made the best connections with some of these students. Some of them are the cutest students that you can ever imagine in your life. They're so sweet, and after you do get the students that are repetitive, that you've had them a couple times, you really do develop a bond with them, and you remember, oh, their favorite animal is this, or their favorite color is this, their favorite type of ice cream is this, and you can kind of bond with them off of knowing that about them and have some more room to play with them a little bit. So the kids can be a pro. For me, it's all pro, but it's more the students that really just don't care. I've had those students that are kind of like falling asleep on you, like where their head's nodding in and out. That doesn't really bother me the way that the students that just don't care bother me. There are some students that you could tell they just really don't want to be there, and they actually don't try. I've had the one kid that was falling asleep, but he was trying. I felt so bad for him. He kept like nodding in and out, and I was like, listen, I've been there in classes. I remember being in my college classes, and sometimes you're just exhausted and you do nod in and out, but you're trying, like you really want to be there. So I understand, I get it, it's late. As long as they try, I do not mind. But you will have some of those students that they just really, they don't care, they don't even respond sometimes. So that's when you just have to try to make it as entertaining and as energetic as possible, and you at least make sure that they get the most out of the lesson as they can. The third con, which to some people this would be huge, you do need your own insurance. So this is obviously very important. In my case, I do live in Thailand right now, and the medical expenses have been so cheap. They are way cheaper than the States. So if you ever need a checkup, if you need just any type of visit, if you need dental, if you need, even if you needed birth control, let's say the birth control is only like $5 here. So that's significantly cheaper than anywhere else than I've ever been. So I don't worry too much about insurance. But once I do start traveling, I am going to be traveling to other places besides Asia. I am going to be going to Africa and then Nicaragua. So I am going to want traveler's insurance. So I will make a whole other video on that once I do get my traveler's insurance. But for right now, it's really not a big deal for me. The medical expenses are super cheap. So you need insurance, you pay your own taxes, and you do need to have patience with some of the kids. But like I said, most classes are absolutely amazing, and I would not worry about the kids actually being a con. But not everyone is the same. So it just depends who you are, how you are, what your patience level is, and how much you just enjoy the job. Another pro, oh, I'm glad I remembered this one. You get paid for a full hour for 50 minutes. So each class is 25 minutes only. It doesn't even go up to the full half an hour. So if you have multiple classes, you do have 5 minutes in between. So you can eat, you can get up and stretch. You're obviously sitting the whole time, so I like to get up and stretch, especially if I have 5 or 6 classes. It's really good to get that stretch in between each class. And you can just grab some water if you want, make some tea. You are allowed to drink tea during your lessons too, which I love. I'm a huge tea person, especially if you're a little bit more tired. We have this tea, this ginseng tea, which gives you so much energy, and it's just, yeah, all natural. It's really, really good. So that's kind of what I like to take during my classes when I need a little extra energy. So as long as you're not drinking like consistently where you can't even speak, then it's a problem, but yeah, you're fine. And yeah, eventually those 5 minutes add up. Like, let's say you have a lot of classes, you could end up having a complete 40 minutes where you got paid for that you weren't actually working. So those 5 minutes do add up, and they do really help you in between, especially too if you just have to go use the restroom or something. That's a big one too if you have a lot of classes. So it gives you that time in between, so you actually get paid for 50 minutes or get paid for a full hour, and you only have to work 50 minutes. So those are my cons, and like I said, they are all pros. If you guys want to know what company I work for, just shoot me a comment below, or if you are on my Instagram right now, same thing, comment or DM me, and I will be happy to give you my referral code. The only reason I don't mention it in this video is just to protect the privacy of myself with the company, but anyone that wants to know, I will be more than happy to give you my code, because it has been the best experience that I can ever have in my life. Especially if you are a traveler, it is the best job in the world. It's fun, it gives you all the freedom that you could ever want, and genuinely you do build these relationships with these kids, and you do feel like you are making a big difference in their lives when you see how much they've improved lesson to lesson. So in all ways, it's rewarding. And if you guys have any more questions, just like, subscribe, comment below, and I'll see you guys next time.